or look bad. Exactly. Nate said. Anyway, just thought you want to know. Karma's doing its thing. We wrapped up the call, and I spent the rest of the evening replaying the video a couple more times, each time feeling a little less guilty for enjoying it. The days that followed were interesting, to say the least. I started hearing from more mutual friends, most of them either apologizing for doubting me or trying to dig for details about what had happened between me and Kendra. I kept it short and simple. She crossed the line. I ended it. That's all there is to it. The truth is, I didn't feel the need to explain myself anymore. People could think what they wanted. The ones who mattered knew the truth, and the rest, not my problem. For now, I'm just planning to clear my head from all this mess. But I have a feeling that Kendra won't easily move on. Final update. Hey guys, I wasn't planning on posting an update, but something happened recently that I feel like I need to get off my chest. For those of you who follow my last post, you know I kicked Kendra out of my life after everything she pulled. The slap, the cheating, the manipulation, it was all too much. And I wasn't about to let her walk all over me anymore. Life's been solid since then. Peaceful even. But of course, Kendra wasn't done yet. Last week, she showed up at my house. Yeah, you read that, right? I wasn't expecting it. I hadn't heard from her in months. And I assumed she was off doing whatever it is people like her do when their life falls apart. I was sitting on the couch halfway through a documentary when there was a knock at the door. It was late, close to 10 p.m., and I wasn't expecting anyone. I opened the door to find her standing there. She looked rough, hair messy, eyes puffy, makeup smeared like she'd been crying the whole way over. She wasn't her usual composed, confident self. This was a different Kendra, one I barely recognized. Adam, she said, her voice shaky. Please, I need to talk to you. I didn't even let her finish. No, I said, stepping back to close the door. Wait, she cried, holding the door frame. Please, just hear me out. I've been thinking about everything, and I know I messed up, but I've changed. I need you to know that. I stared at her, my hand still on the door. Kendra, I don't know what part of we're done you didn't understand, but nothing you say is going to change that. She started crying harder, her voice breaking. I know I hurt you, okay? I know I screwed up, but I've been going to therapy, journaling, working on myself. I've been trying to fix everything I ruined. I shook my head. Good for you. But that's not my problem anymore. Her tears didn't stop. Adam, please. I love you. I never stopped loving you. I didn't know how to handle things back then. I got lost. I laughed. A short, sharp sound that made her flinch. Lost. You didn't get lost, Kendra. You made choices. You cheated. You lied. And you slapped me. None of that was an accident. And none of it was my fault. So, don't stand here and act like I owe you anything. Can we just talk? She begged, her hands clasped together like she was praying. Just for a few minutes. No, I said firmly. We have nothing to talk about. Whatever you think we had, it's over. It's been over since the moment you decided to betray me. Her face crumpled, and for a second, I thought she might collapse. Adam, she whispered, her voice barely audible. I don't have anyone else. I stepped back, my hand tightening on the door. That's not my fault, and it's not my responsibility to fix. I pushed the door closed, but she stopped it with her hand. Please, she said again, her voice desperate. Just give me a chance. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll prove to you that I've changed. I let out a sigh, leaning against the door frame. Kendra, you don't get it, do you? This isn't about whether you've changed or not. It's about the fact that I don't trust you anymore. You broke something that can't be fixed. And no amount of therapy or promises is going to change that. Her hand dropped, and she stepped back, her shoulders slumping. For a moment, she just stood there staring at the ground. Then she looked up at me, her eyes red and swollen. I'm sorry, she said, her voice cracking. For everything. I nodded once. Good. Now go. I didn't wait for her to respond. I closed the door, locked it, and walked away without looking back. Through the window, I saw her standing on the porch for a few more minutes before she finally left. And that was it. No dramatic ending. No last-minute arguments. Just a clean break. Honestly, I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, no regret. It was like a weight I didn't even realize I was carrying had been lifted. People like Kendra don't change overnight. Maybe she'll figure herself out one day. But that's not my problem. and I'm not about to let her back in just because she's finally realizing what she lost. Well, now for me, self-respect isn't negotiable. And once someone shows you who they really are, you don't give them the chance to do it again.